Mark Thiessen's back with me now, John Holinko as well. I want to ask you, Mark, whether it really is possible, okay, that, I mean, in your mind, do we have a Department of Homeland Security that is looking at Tamerlan Tsarnaev on this terrorist watch list and saying, all right, nobody alert anybody because we want to hold on to that information? I mean, isn't this exactly the kind of thing that you would want government agencies to know about at the state level as well? And whether that includes, you know, the governor's office or welfare offices, I don't know. But isn't that something that is meant to be shared?
Yeah, I mean, one of the problems after 9/11 was the fact that we didn't have enough information sharing. We actually could have stopped the 9/11 attack if the FBI and CIA were sharing information. So information sharing is important, but there are limits to information sharing, and I probably would stop at the Massachusetts Welfare Office. I wouldn't trust the People's Republic of Massachusetts welfare people not to tip off the terrorist by cutting off his welfare benefits that he was on a terror watch list. So I think you don't want to let these people know that you're investigating them sometimes. So I think it might be understandable. There could be an explanation why he was getting benefits. What isn't understandable is how we had all this intelligence about the guy, which obviously turned out to be right because he blew up a backpack bomb and killed people in Boston, yet we took him off the terrorist watch list. How did this guy get off the terrorist watch list? That's the intelligence failure that we should be upset about.
Was that a concern at the time for his, quote, privacy and rights, John, that they're now citing in refusing to turn over information about whether he had public assistance?
Well, I want to defend Massachusetts here. I mean, I think the implication that Massachusetts in particular can't be trusted maybe was unintentional, but, you know, that's really not fair. I do agree with Mark, though, that there's just so much sharing you can realistically do with this kind of information before you have the risk of tipping someone off. But, you know, again, I mean, are we really going to do background checks for receiving welfare, but not background checks for guns and explosives for someone on the terror watch list? Do we understand, like, how absurd that prioritization is?
All right, guys. Thank you. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Just ahead.